I'm appalled at what you said on that pod thing. It's disgusting.
This is the After the Show podcast. It's where we get honest and real with yo ass. So sit back, relax, have a blast, because it's time for the After the Show podcast.
Yeah, here we go. It is Thursday. It is Leap Day as well. All excited about that. We only get to celebrate this day once every 4 years, February 29th.
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah, baby. Some meal deals going on today as well. Jump on that.
You read some off. They were all pretty shitty meal deals.
Yeah.
The free Cinnabon was cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
You know, and somebody I saw in the chat earlier, they said, that's so funny you said that because it was from Wendy's, whatever their Cinnabon thing is called. I went and got one yesterday, and I posted up on social media how unimpressive it was.
Wendy's is getting some shit thrown at them right now.
There's so many places that they really are. They're getting drug hard, and it sounds like a lot of it's deserved, that just places are falling off at a record clip. It's crazy. You know, we had yesterday that email about what was going on with Outback and how they cut the salaries from $50 to $30K, and they said, you find ways around here to make up your salary. And so they were just working harder and getting burnt out, and finally just said, F it, you know? Screw it.
Instead of ranch dressing, we're going to be putting ice on our salad. I mean, 20 grand, you got to cut some shit out.
Yeah, no doubt, yeah.
And it's going to tell. People are going to be able to tell in the way the place runs and the food tastes or the people care.
Mm-hmm. But I would fuck up some Aussie fries right now. Some Aussie cheese fries with honey mustard.
Where is there still an Outback?
There's one off of PGA and Military.
Mm-hmm.
Right off PGA, yeah, by the Publix.
Okay. Where Pizza Girls used to be?
It's near that. It's in that plaza.
You got Taco Bell offering up a Crunchwrap for $2.29 to rewards members on the app.
First, am I the only one who thinks $2.29 is too much for a Crunchwrap?
$2.29 is not like
Doesn't feel like an amazing deal.
You haven't done me any favors.
Yeah, are you going to drive out of your way to get a $2.29 Crunchwrap?
No.
Man, the deals aren't what they used to be, right? Chipotle's giving you free guacamole. I think that's what... last time I remember, I think that's like a 50 to 75 cent add-on.
That is the shittiest deal I've ever heard. And you know I got no love for Chipotle. You guys know this. But they're giving me reasons. They're proving my point.
It's just not a deal. It's just like, all right, thanks.
Where can I get some tasteless, shitty rice? Oh, let's go to Chipotle.
Yeah. All right, well, let's see how other food places are doing. Give me a thumbs up, thumbs down on these. KFC is adding a new menu item. I think it's coming up on Monday, or maybe it's this week that they started it, called the Cheesa. It's a fried chicken pizza mashup. It's going to cost $9.99.
Is it got marinara?
If it's a mashup, I'd assume it's probably both. Yeah, it sounds like they're taking chunks of fried chicken they're putting on top of a pizza.
Ooh, KFC marinara sounds great. But I mean,
Sounds like you're not buying
talk
it.
about a shitty Italian dish.
That's a no-go, huh?
That's a no-go.
Okay. Thumbs down. Little Caesars might start cutting their pizza by the yard, which that's 3 feet.
That's fun.
That would cost you $20 for 3 feet of pizza.
That's a good deal.
That's fun at a party. You roll up with a yard of pizza, and that is impressive. The thing about their pizza is you have to eat it quick.
Yeah.
You got to eat it real quick while it's hot.
Little Caesars, I would never order Little Caesars. It's not my. But if I end up at a party or someone's catering something and Little Caesars is there, then I'm excited for Little Caesars.
Aren't their pizzas like $5 or something like that?
Little Caesars is very affordable. If you have a kid that loves pizza like I do, it is a very good family budget choice.
They don't fuck around with their crazy bread. It's good.
Okay.
Yeah, look, Little Caesars has its place on the planet.
Okay.
It's just something I personally wouldn't seek out all the time, but if I'm at a birthday party, little kids party, and there's a bunch of Little Caesars, I'm cozy.
That's like a pretty good endorsement there. Okay, what about this? IHOP and Lay's have teamed up for the creation of new Rudy Tooty Fresh and Fruity potato chips.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yes.
All right. They're available at Walmart for a limited time.
Do you remember that commercial where people were it was the IHOP and they were selling the Rudy Tooty Fresh and Fruity, but people were embarrassed to order it in the commercial, so they'd wear that funny nose and mustache in the glasses, and they would go, "Oh, yes, I'll take the Rooty Tooty fresh and fruity." You don't remember that?
No.
I should have told that story. I should have told that story.
Backpedal.
Denny's edited it out.
Thumbs up, thumbs down. Oreo is going to release a dirt cake flavor on Monday. Do you know what dirt cake is?
Yes, my mom used to make. That's when you.
It's layers of pudding and crushed Oreos. It looks like dirt, and then they often serve it in flower pots, and they'll put the gummy worms in it for the full effect.
I love that.
Yeah, dirt cake.
My mom made good dirt cakes.
She did? Okay.
I wonder if Virginia could make. Nah, it's probably too hard.
You don't think she'd do it?
I'm on a
fuck it up.
provolone thing right
One
now.
thing at a time, huh?
I've got like 20 pounds of cheese that I've got to make sure that we don't let go to waste.
I got an experiment for you. You ready for a provolone experiment?
Yeah.
Take some of that provolone cheese you got, because you got plenty of it, and somehow make a sweet dish of sorts, a dessert item with provolone. Can you do it? There's your challenge, your Top Chef challenge.
Wow.
Sweet but cheesy.
Make a definitely a dessert type of dish with provolone cheese. I don't know, Kev.
I could do it. I could make like a cinnamon apple lasagna with layers of provolone
It sounds pretty hard to do. I don't know.
Okay.
and puff pastry.
Oh, man.
Cinnamon apples. I could make that really good because I've done that before. Cinnamon apples, layers of puff pastry, and layers of provolone cheese.
Honestly,
Okay.
on paper, it sounds amazing. I just think it'd be too difficult to do and execute, but I love it. I love it.
Oh, he knows how to challenge me.
Okay, he does. He loves doing that.
I got to write this down or I'll forget.
That sounds amazing. That puff pastry's where it's at.
The puff pastry is pretty phenomenal.
Probably a better idea than some of the other ideas you've been throwing out about Uber and how to save some money. You had an idea yesterday that instead of getting Uber Eats, you should just Uber to your pizza place, order your pizza, and then Uber back home. But then we started saying, okay, well, that's a tip to the driver there and back. And then Jaybird pointed out a lot of times you tip on delivery, so that's 3 tips. I mean, you just increase the prices by a lot.
We hated that idea collectively, but I tell you what, though, that provolone dish you're going to be making,
Yeah.
we're going to love that.
Yeah.
He knows he can't be too mean
You're right.
if he wants that apple provolone dish.
I got some comments as well. People on the mic drop feature on the WRMF app to comment on this. This is Elizabeth.
Virginia's biggest hole in the theory of ordering Uber Eats, sweet talking that driver into taking your drunk bottom home with your food is broken in theory of the fact that you can just walk in, order food to go, and call an Uber and go home.
Yeah, you had this elaborate plan that you would call or you'd order Uber Eats, and as the Uber Eats driver's walking out with your stuff, you'd just be like, hey, you're going to my house anyway.
It's so much cheaper to get the food than the ride, right?
Look, provolone, baby. I tell you what, provolone. I like how you don't read the comments, so Kevin's now making you listen to the hate comments.
I am, yeah. Yeah, I did. I was playing them for her earlier. I had more I didn't bring into the show.
I heard the one.
Yeah.
You should play that.
I can get it. It was just an oldie but a goodie. It's kind of like in song terms, we would call that it's in rotation. It's like a recurrent, I think is what they call it.
I thought it was good.
Okay.
I liked Virginia's response to it.
Okay. If you like it, I can fire that up. Okay, I'll have Denny's grab that one. And then Aaron in the Acreage, she said, I have gotten Uber drivers to take me through Taco Bell drive-thru on the way to my house.
It all depends on who is cool and who is not. I remember I was very polite asking, and you would have thought I asked this motherfucker for his liver.
Yeah, some guys, they cannot have a curveball thrown at them.
Yeah.
They don't understand that they'll probably get a bigger tip if they just play along. And they're so rigid in must drop you off where it says on my phone, cannot make any other turns. Like, some guys are just like that. I think it's a personality trait.
I will never ask that question to an Uber or Lyft driver ever again
Well,
because
now-
of the experience I had.
Now they have a feature where you can hit a button and put add a stop. and you put it in the app, and then that way it's not like they have a choice.
But do they, when you say add a stop, they're probably thinking you're going to pick up another person maybe? They're not expecting to be in a drive-through line, right?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't know. They're nicer to you because you have boobs.
Is that what it is?
It's just the way of the world, Kevin. I'm sorry.
They always let me bring a drink.
Oh.
They don't care. He tries to get in a car with a drink. They're like, no.
I don't even do that anymore. I try to go in there with a positive attitude, and I can tell real quick when a fucking ice glacier's driving me. I'm like, oh shit, this motherfucker does not want to talk. And I think he's gonna try to kill both of us.
You come walking out your house looking like you just want to spill something.
Well, I do come in with a lot of excitement, probably a goofy outfit on.
Right.
They look at you and they're like, this motherfucker's gonna either Ralph or spill or both.
Meanwhile, I'm a way better Uber passenger than Virginia.
Whatever. 4.9 rating. Or 4.88.
Yeah, it's dropping, right?
It did drop. I can't remember what I did and when it dropped, but it did recently drop a point or two.
Yeah, I believe it's plummeting. Ashley, she has a comment here. She said, hey, why do radio stations not play Taylor Swift's version of the popular songs that she has re-recorded? It seems that the radio industry doesn't support her work. Is there some kind of contract you guys have? Genuine question. As a Swiftie, it makes me want to change the station until I know the song is over because we don't support thieves on our side of the street.
Amen, sister.
What, don't be agreeing with that. She shut off the fucking station. No. This is what the Swifties do. They put a gun to your head and say, dance, bitch.
Don't play the Scooter Braun version. Nobody wants to hear it except Scooter and Mrs. Braun.
But you're going to punish us who have no control over that by turning it off? That ain't cool either.
Well, I would say for us, on our show, we really don't play anything other than
the new stuff.
Right. So I don't even know when the last time I would have played a song that would have been an original Taylor Swift that she hasn't re-recorded for her own financial
Maybe
gain.
they're talking about the rest of the day.
Don't let that Swiftie gaslight you.
No, it's a genuine question because I don't know. Because I'm confused because I thought we always did play Taylor's versions now.
These Swifties, man.
I know, like I said, no, they beat you down, man. I can't remember what it was. We were talking about her. I think it was, I remember what it was. It was her dad. And I think I just kind of, I was just going off on the story. I'm like, yeah, they said there's some charging going on. I think I described the charging to the paparazzi on her dad. And she's like, they came after my shit.
They came after you?
Yeah. I think I kind of copied and pasted a line from the story, and I interpreted it that way, and I said it. Oh shit, man, pissed them off.
You fucked around and found out.
No, they were pissed, man.
Don't let them shake you.
Damn.
Don't
I
let them
was
shake
like,
you.
all right, my bad. I'm like, I gotta say a lot of words during the course of the day. So.
No. They're becoming bullies.
Fuck Scooter Braun and fuck Kevin.
They're becoming bullies. You can't allow it, Kev. Put your foot down.
We got a lot, man.
Put your foot down.
No, there's a lot of complaints going on. A lot of complaints.
Just about everything. Just complaining about all our shit.
Yeah. Heather, she had this comment. It's out, Justin Timberlake is going to be doing another song with NSYNC on his new album. But, yeah, just to how much. We did play a clip, and I thought that was supposed to be the song they were alluding to. And I didn't hear anybody but Justin Timberlake on it, but apparently it may be another one. That's another group of people come at you, man. The freaking NSYNC people. You get anything wrong on that? They were kind of coming after us, be like, yeah, it's the wrong song.
They're
dickhead.
older. They're
It's the wrong
tired.
song, dickhead.
I think that's the comment I got. I had to try to retract it. I'm just, anytime I talk about Swift or boy band shit, I'm like immediate retractions.
That's amazing.
Because if you don't get exactly right. Now, Heather's got her thought on this. She's kind of calling out Justin Timberlake on this whole deal.
Let's all be really honest. He is doing all of this just to get people to buy his album. He put NSYNC on, lowered their voices, just because he wanted to get that out there. Oh, NSYNC is together on a song to get sales for his album, just like he did when he stole the title for the other song that's a lot like Britney Spears' song. And, I'm just saying, he's trying to get all that clout and attention by using everybody. And I hope his album sales sink and bomb out.
Whoa.
Because he seems very selfish.
Okay.
And I'll be honest, that's the way it looks to me, is that he only did all this just to get clout and recognized and get his, name out there again and be in people's minds. And
Yeah.
I see it as like a total user type thing going on.
Yeah, I mean, nobody knows the intentionality of it. It could be, no doubt. I mean, there might be part of it that's genuine. He thinks it's a great, fun little thing to do, and he does still like those guys. They do seem to stay somewhat in touch.
More importantly, the person who just sent that in, get out of the road, please. There's so many cars zipping by.
She had Heather was driving, and she had to get that out, man. She's like, I'm doing the mic drop feature, and I'm going off.
I like the. Excuse me, I get choked up. I talk about the mic feature. I like when people use that. I like it.
No, it's awesome. I tell people, I'm like, do it more often because, trust me, I would love to have a gazillion of these every single day that we can just plug in your comments because it's real quick. We know on our end what we get, and we can let you do your quick little rant, and then boom, we can comment on that.
Instead of reading the hate comments, we should start just.
I love it. I love it.
Chamber's a dumb fuck.
Yeah.
Because it does hurt more when it comes out of Kevin's mouth.
I don't like when Kevin always does an extra tone on that. I want to hear how they're really saying it. Sometimes it may be worse though.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely keep that going. Keep that going. Got an email here from Jennifer. She said, I know Jaybird is a huge fan of Billy Joel, and coming up on Tuesday, Michael Del Giudice, I believe, is performing at Sunrise Theater. He's a very good friend of mine, and he plays in Billy Joel's band and sounds exactly like Billy.
Oh.
I sometimes can't tell the difference. So,
What was the last name on that?
Del Giudice, I believe.
Huh, I don't know if I know that name.
Del Giudice?
I might know if he's in his band. I might know what he looks like.
Okay. Don't know anything about
He
the
sounds
dude.
like he's Italian.
I would look it up, but I have no idea how to spell that motherfucker's name
Yeah.
or say it. I say it one more
Del
time.
Giudice.
Godelche.
I've done it too.
You've done it too. Yeah, you probably haven't done it once. You probably should have told me to shut the fuck up after I asked you.
Yeah, they do have. Is it Turnstiles? That's the cover band that they. I hear good things about them.
Yeah,
they're
are.
local.
They're
and
very
they
good.
Do his stuff. Yeah. I thought this was kind of funny. Andy Taylor, he used to be the lead guitarist for Duran Duran. Kind of been out of the band. He's had some health issues over the last couple of days. He was telling a funny story though that it sounds like back in the day his bodyguards beat the shit out of Vince Neil one time.
Oh, shit.
I was like, that's pretty awesome.
And I'm sure
What happened?
Yeah, exactly. I'm sure Vince is acting like some kind of ass hat. Because Vince Neil's an ass hat. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he was talking about there was this one time where Vince Neil tried to fight me, and my bodyguards had to kind of like sort him out. He turned up with some fucking biker dudes, so they beat the shit out of them as well.
Oh, damn. Oh, my God.
Vince Neil telling me a tough guy. What the shit?
Well, especially back in the day when he was like putting on hairspray and
Eyeshadow,
Yeah,
lipstick.
eyeshadow.
If you're going to show up with boys, though, just make sure your boys ain't doughy.
Yeah, exactly. Don't show up with guys that are gonna get their ass kicked in front of everybody. That's what happened in Roadhouse, the movie.
That's shameful.
Yeah. Apparently, Vince Neil came in and said, yeah, I read this thing that those fuckheads and Duran Duran were like, yeah, we all travel together, and that's the only way to tour, and it just shows how fucked up Motley Crue is. And I was like, who the fuck are you to tell us how fucked up we are? And then apparently that's kind of what started the little fight between the two. And so Vince Neil and his biker buddies come after and I guess just have bigger bodyguards.
Well, Duran Duran's not gonna fight. They're like, hey, we're not doing that. Send the bodyguards out.
Yeah.
Vince is cocky enough to think he's going to fight and win.
Oh, because he's a legit dick face.
I would love to see a video of Vince Neil getting the shit kicked out of him.
Because you know he's okay.
It would be, yeah. It would just be so enjoyable to watch him thoroughly getting his ass beat. Gosh, that would be fun. Let me see. Got a couple other stories going on here. We were talking yesterday about how unpredictable the Gators are, not the Florida football team, because they are unpredictable as well, but the actual animal. Jeff Davis sent this story in because yesterday there was that viral video of the gator that just for whatever reason freaking chased those. It charged those people that were
On the
that
golf cart.
Golf cart, yeah, trying to take a
Yeah.
snap at them.
That was crazy.
And they're all over golf courses. And I think Jeff was on PJ National when this went down.
Kevin, so when I was in high school at Palm Beach Gardens, we played golf at PJ National, and we got rained out one day playing the Estates course. So I took my shoes off, and I'm carrying my bag, and I have a club in my hand, and I'm just kind of smacking things, wood and things as I'm walking in. And I randomly hit a small gator's tail without realizing it was a gator. He whipped around, chased me 15 to 25 yards, and I had to jump on top of an electric box and try and smack him with my club to get him to go away.
Oh, damn.
1989.
How scary is that if you do have a gator? I mean, 15 yards is, that's a good burst that you got to go through.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
And you're running for your life and you have to jump up on an electric box.
Don't trip. And you got to jump on that box and not make any mistakes either.
Thank you.
And I assume if you trip in that moment,
You're fucked.
Oh, your gator lunch.
Your gator lunch and probably dinner.
what happens if a gator chomps down on your leg?
I go, ow. Fuck.
I mean, does it rip it off? Does it create lacerations? Does it break the leg? Let's say we're talking about, let's say a 7-footer. So it's not monstrously big, but it's good enough size.
A 7-footer?
Yeah.
It's bigger than you.
That's a great question. I don't know
What
the
does a
answer to that.
7-footer do if you tripped and fell and kaboom on your leg? What
How-
kind of damage typically are you looking at?
How hungry is he?
And
How pissed
He's
is
just
he?
pissed. He's mainly pissed. I mean, I don't think a lot of times they're necessarily thinking your food.
And well, I don't know, man. That one grandma with the
Yeah,
dog.
no, yeah.
I feel like they eat.
They ate grandma.
Yeah.
They take you down underwater and they put you under a log and soften you up a little bit because they don't have sharp teeth. They got those rounded off teeth.
And I
so-
think they do thrash you a little bit.
yeah, so they got to kind of more clamp down and rip.
I feel like if a gator can't see, a gator can't fight as well. So you got to blind the gator.
Yeah, you're going for the
You go
eyes.
for the eyes.
Eyes and no anything you can try to jam up in the holes, butthole if you have to.
Can you see a gator butt? I don't know. Where's the gator butthole?
That's just it. You have to locate it.
Do gators have buttholes? I assume they have to.
It's hard to
right?
locate, much like
Everything has a butthole.
Is that
That's
a
not
true
That's
statement?
not a true statement.
Everything has a butthole.
No. You're going on emotion right now.
You of all people, the man who loves ass play, you know this.
No, well, it's-
Everything has a butthole.
I don't think everything does have a
Not
butthole.
every animal has an anus.
Yeah, this is true.
Plenty of animals have what is called a cloaca. That is the Latin word for sewer, and it's where everything goes. You've got defecation, urination, and also mating with the cloaca. Birds, right? I think it all comes out in one spot. That's why their shits are so runny.
They all use the same hole? It's the
I think,
same hole for everything?
it's urine and shit. That's why bird shit is so wet.
And bird?
Ugh. Why would anybody want to fuck a bird? That's gross.
What?
I don't know what she's talking about.
They got one hole for everything? Sex, pee, and poo? Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, how do birds fuck?
See?
I'm sure every bird is different.
They lay eggs.
I can tell you this much. I know ducks bang, and
Fertilizer.
it is not. Guys, it is
Yeah,
horrifying
corkscrew
to watch.
penis it is. It's like it's rape. It's not even.
Do ducks have a butthole?
They definitely
I think
got,
so.
They
They
got
feel like
holes
they have
because
butthole.
me and Danny's legit thought somebody was breaking into our apartment at the time, and it was a duck doing something very unsavory to another duck.
Duck rape?
It was awful, Virginia. We hated it. We were shook. We had just gotten meals too. We were like, didn't want to eat.
The duck rape ruined your appetite?
It took us. Yeah, we didn't like it. We didn't like how it made us feel.
How high were you?
Man, we're pretty high.
It probably ruined your buzz, too.
It did. It sobered us up. It was terrible.
Speaking of butthole, you said you had something called an internal hemorrhoid that you found out when you got your colonoscopy.
Yes. So the doctor said it's normal, but yeah, you have an internal hemorrhoid. And I was like, that's weird. And then my friend said, you know what that means, right? And I was like, what? And he said, that means that, your doctor thinks you're an anal queen because only people that are into anal have internal hemorrhoids.
Well, that's not clearly true because you're not into anal and you have them.
So everybody that did my colonoscopy thinks I'm an anal queen?
No, that can't be a true statement that your friend said because we know you're not. And you have one.
Your friend. Who the fuck is this friend? Write it down.
He's an anal queen.
Yeah, he's wrong.
Yeah.
I think he's just trying to say that, people in the OR do look at you sideways.
That's not true.
He's gay and he's in medicine.
It might be a sign of, but it's
Right.
not.
Well, that's what I think it is. It's a sign of, but it's not guaranteed that I'm an anal queen. But everybody in the OR probably thought I was an anal queen.
I could not disagree more with that statement.
Okay.
I'm going to go with the medical community and not your friend on this one.
He's in the medical community.
I don't know if he should be.
Yeah, people were disputing that.
Oh, really? Imagine that.
Yeah.
Good gosh.
Pedro Lopez has a pressing question here. Can Virginia show her bleached asshole on camera when she gets it bleached, I mean?
I don't know. Are we allowed to do that?
I think you can do about anything online, but yeah, I don't know that decency
Should
standards are
we?
a company. Yeah, while you're employed with our very family-friendly company, I'm not sure that they would appreciate that.
I think anal bleaching is in our contract. I think it's the 3rd page.
But, Pedro, when we get fired, this will be content on
You're gonna do it.
Which knows cute toes.
Don't believe it for a second.
You don't think so? You think she's going to back out of it?
Not even for a half a second. do
I'll
I-
trick you. I'll come with that mini donut, the powdered donut.
I think it's such a bad move. Because it wouldn't come off good or sexy. It would come off...
You don't know what my
Yes, I
butthole
do.
looks like.
I'm trying to help you as your friend first.
What if I have a really hot butthole?
I mean, is there such a thing, really? I don't know.
Before you give it up to the public, you need to give it up to Panda.
I don't think he wants it.
Well, you don't know that. We had
Call him.
We absolutely had a podcast, the Bitch and the Witch podcast, and we talked about that. And I think my boy was absolutely down.
With the brown?
Yeah.
To Brown? Down to Brown?
Wow.
I don't know. I don't know if he's down to Brown.
I think he might, maybe not now.
Maybe we've been through too much.
You've talked too much, probably. So yeah, he's probably not down because that podcast is 5 years ago.
Back when he still liked me.
Well, somebody who's taking a few points off, Sarah sent in this mic drop. This was the old classic complaint. And this isn't really a new one, but it's still holding on in her head.
Hey, I just want to call Virginia out. A couple weeks ago, you guys were playing the No Need movie game, and Virginia had a partner who was a male, and she gave the clue, and he was not getting it, and it was the beginning of their turn, and she goes, "Are you stupid?" and completely gave up on the game. And I've never viewed Virginia the same since. What if that contestant had waited years to play? Or what if he had a kid that was so excited to play and they finally got chosen? Or what if the contestant actually did have maybe some kind of mental hindrance? It was very rude of her to just give up on the turn. And not only that, but insult him by saying, "Are you stupid?" I'm sorry, but Virginia lost a couple points on that one.
Uh-oh.
The media's coming for you.
It. Yeah.
I mean, you got to do a press conference.
Yep.
Get in line.
Yeah.
The line forms not just around the block, but around the street.
Oh, yeah, it's a long one.
It's a long one.
I got an email here from Tiffany. She said, I just want to let you know for the past 2 years I've been going back and listening to the old podcasts and liking them. I truly encourage others who haven't done so to do the same. You guys are always hilarious, but it's funny to see how your viewpoints have changed with time. Hearing how wrong you guys were on so many things was one of the best parts. Hindsight really is 2020. The Christian Wilkins intro was epic. I heard the birth of Denny's, Knows When You're High, hilarious, and the death of Drunk Girl Trivia, R.I.P.
Oh, was there a final moment on the air?
I don't know, might have been, yeah.
Shit, we don't remember.
Was there one that was so bad that people were like, "Ooh"?
It probably was the meltdown from the bird. Like, I can't fucking do it no more. Can't. It's a war out there.
Jaybird becoming more and more anti-marriage, and Virginia's becoming more and more anti-man and anti-marriage, LOL. Kevin going from a craft beer drinking diet pansy to whatever he is now. I don't know, a vodka drinking diet pansy, I guess. got me thinking, if you could take back anything you ever said on the radio, what would it be and why? Please keep up the awesome work. Bigfoot is real. And P.S. Jason, go fuck yourself.
I haven't heard that in a minute. It's nice.
Yeah, go fuck yourself.
Yeah. I think probably the one thing that kind of goes back to me, there was, I made a crack at somebody that I kind of knew, and he was a really nice guy, and I think I was out of line. And that was probably 15 years ago, something like that. But that one stayed with me. Yeah, it was a guy that we had known, and he had done some work at our house, and I can't remember what it was. I was just kind of busting on him a little bit. He was a guy that didn't deserve any busting at all.
Oh, you were telling a story, and he got back to him.
Yeah, I think so. And he was honestly like the nicest guy. There's just some people where it's like you don't drag them at all, even if you're trying to crack a joke. And so, yeah, that got away, and I've forever felt bad about that one. So that's one that stands out to me. I remember.
I have so many regrets.
I do.
Yeah, I mean, you talk a lot.
We do talk a lot.
Sometimes you do, and sometimes you don't.
Well, you're trying to be entertaining,
Yeah, right.
and not that that's an excuse. I'm just saying there are times where you don't know if something's going to work on the air or not.
Yeah,
you
you're
really
right.
don't. You got to take a chance,
Yeah.
and there's sometimes it falls flat. I wish I could take back how we interviewed Norm Macdonald, at least on my end. I'm only speaking about
Right,
me.
yeah,
He
yeah.
smoked the joint in the bathroom. I could smell it on him, and I was such a dick face because I was sick of talking to comedians because I didn't feel like they wanted to be there, and he wasn't really answering your questions. So instead of me trying to be goofy, I went down the angry road, and I hated it. I wish I could change that.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, there's a ton. I mean, if I really probably sat here, I could probably write down about a good 100 things that I regret. And then there's sometimes, where people do call you on some shit, and you're like, no, I don't regret that. I'm good with that.
No regrets.
That's why you can't go on social media, because if you're in a bad mood, what the fuck, you motherfucker?
Yeah.
Try to stay off it.
Yeah, so you'll get a little bit of that as well. I had somebody come after me because I cracked that quick little joke about Hunter Biden this week. And he's like, I listened for 25 years. I'll never listen again. I'm like,
Oh, is it email?
yeah. I'm like, I would crack on Trump. I'd crack on anybody. But I think when we start getting to that point where we have public figures, that's the one thing that I think right now is a problem with comedy is we've said that people that completely should be open season for little cracks, for whatever reason, people are just afraid to touch it. And I think a lot of comedy should be fearless. I don't think you go after the helpless, but I think when you got people in those positions, that's just fair game.
Yeah, we live in a weird time where you can't have 3 or 4 different thoughts about it or opinions on a matter. You have to either be this or that.
Right.
And that's not how most people work.
No.
A lot of times it's a case-by-case scenario or issue or...
It's so nice and refreshing because I'm seeing so many people that are now really standing up. And man, you're talking 70 to 80% of the American population saying, I don't agree with either one of these motherfuckers, on either side of it. And it is nice because it makes you feel like, okay, I'm a little bit more sane. So it's like, if anything, I'm going to probably speak out a little bit more. I'll keep it fair and balanced in who I insult. But yeah, I don't think that comedy should ever be afraid to make a crack.
I did notice, though, I talked about my regrets, and you talked about your regrets, but...
Virginia doesn't have any.
Flawless flow over here. No regrets?
I got maybe one.
Just one.
But I'm not going to say what it is because I regret saying it. And so if I say it again, then I'm giving it more life. And it's not about me.
Is it a contextual thing where you could say, like I could have said that, yeah, I made a crack about somebody. I drug them a bit that didn't deserve to be drugged because they're the nicest guy ever.
What's yours?
It was contextual.
I think I know what it is. I was too mean to Jaybird on the air, Cav.
No, that's definitely not it. I mean, yeah, that's it.
Who is it about?
I don't want to say.
Well, can you at least give
A close family member.
Ah, yes.
Okay.
I got it.
You got it?
Yep.
Feel it?
I do.
Okay.
I bet you any money I do have it.
Write down the name.
You buy breakfast tomorrow if I nail it.
I promise not to buy you shitty breakfast. No.
Huh. Wow, you do talk a lot of shit. If I was her, I'd be kind of mad.
I'm not taking that one back. That one I stand by.
Gotcha. Okay.
And I don't care if that goes up in flames and everybody's mad at me, so fucking be it. Again, the line forms down the street.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know. That one pissed me off.
Okay.
Because honestly, right now it doesn't really sound like having any regrets, really.
Octopus, she regrets calling that guy stupid? I don't know if that's a question.
No.
Okay.
You don't regret that.
Wow.
I mean,
okay.
I'm sorry, but I don't regret it because we're still talking about it a month later.
Okay.
Show me something that gets that much traction.
Okay.
I mean,
I'll wait.
Daniel says, I've been living and listening to you guys since the tail end of 2020, and you guys always make my day, and want to thank you, Kev, as well, for making me a Christian Wilkins and Miami Dolphins fan. He is a beast and deserves that payday. You guys rock, and hashtag fear the teal.
oh, yes.
He really does deserve that payday. We are cheering for him. I was texting him over the weekend trying to get information. I got nothing. But he does want to come up and visit. He misses hanging out with us. So he said he's going to try to plan something for next month.
Cool. Yeah, absolutely.
Would it hurt your heart if you found out he blocked your number?
Well, I was just texting him, so I'm not blocked. But yes.
Well, no, I'm saying...
If I found out he blocked me, I would be very sad.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, there's people in my life, if I knew they blocked me, I'd be like, oh, man, that's... Fuck.
I would be so sad.
about it.
Yeah, right.
I would be sad.
Yeah. You should see if he wants to come and do polo.
I did. I reached out to him and invited him to something, and he couldn't do something on that day.
Yeah.
But I think he is open to doing stuff, and I left the ball in his court. I was like, all right, well, you reach out to me and let me know when you get some available time, because we're busy. We always have something going on that he could jump into. Polo, baseball stuff. We got Irish Fest coming up.
That's right. We do have a lot of
KVJ anniversary.
We got our first pitch
We
coming
got
up.
our first pitch at Roger Dean.
We gotta get focused.
We got a lot of stuff. And Christian, I hope you know, because you do listen, I hope you know that you are welcome to jump into any of our stuff, and the fans love you, dude.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, we got to get those ideas shored up for the first pitch. In fact, we'd had somebody that sent us a video that had Travis Scott. He was in the bullpen warming up before he did his first pitch. That's what he gets. He gets to throw a couple before he even gets that thing going. I was like, oh, okay, that's what happens when you got the naming rights of the stadium. We don't get no warm up.
No.
We throw out the first pitch.
And
It's
Virginia?
like, get out there.
What's a bullpen?
A bullpen is that little little holding area where
It is.
before you come out to do your shit, you just kind of practice.
Yeah, if you're watching YouTube right now, got the video of...
He doesn't have awful form by any means.
Yeah, no, you see some, and it's really bad. And yeah, he wasn't too bad at all.
He's no Jay Bird Pennington.
I don't know. I think this year, I don't think I'm throwing it. I threw it last year. It's only fair to make someone else throw it now.
1, 2, 3, not it.
Yeah, we'd had a couple concepts. One was maybe doing something that might be a kind of a karate theme. Somebody suggested that since it's March 17th, that instead of doing St. Patrick's Day, we go dressed as cats, and it's St. Patrick's Day. I was like, what the? Could you imagine if there was someone in a fucking cat costume throwing out there? You'd be like, what is going on?
So here's the great thing. I've got everything covered for either idea. I've got so many geese for us. I also have so many cat outfits.
Yeah, nobody does.
Cat onesies.
In fact, my cousin was like, I don't know how goofy you should get on these. I'm like, dude, it's what we do though, man. So yeah, I think the sports people will look at us like, but I think if we start throwing out the first pitch, it's got to be something that's like, what the fuck did I just watch?
We're not doing it for the sports guys. We're doing it for KVJ Nation.
We're doing it for them. Absolutely. This
and
is
they
for
want
the nation.
goofy.
So if I saw somebody in a cat costume throwing out, I'd be like, what is going on? I don't get this. What are they doing?
I kind of want to hybrid both of them, cat and karate now. Let's get weird with it, dude. Yeah.
All right.
St. Patrick's Day. Hiya!
Yeah, I mean,
I think that person had to be massively high when they sent that email in.
That's our people.
I hear
that's
you.
what we're doing
but-
it for.
Yeah, so we're getting some really good / horrible ideas for the first pitch.
All I ask is let me take care of the karate part. You're throwing the ball. You'll probably set it off. I'll do the karate thing, and then you come through with.
Yeah.
I want the karate part.
Yeah, well, I was thinking it'd be a little combo of both. It'd be kind of a sparring, 2 guys out there, and then my concept was I would do kind of a kick, you a duck, it goes over your head, but that's how I get the momentum, and then the pitch comes out right from there.
Don't accidentally connect.
Oh, can you imagine if
Foot
I
to
kicked
head.
you?
You have full permission to punch me as hard as you want.
No,
No,
I would
his
kick
foot.
you.
Or kick me.
I
Either
would
one.
Oh my God, could you imagine the horror?
If he gets knocked out cold, you still have to deliver the pitch before you render first aid.
Oh, I would, because out of respect, I got to throw the pitch, and then I would turn around and drag you off the field.
Yes.
I will take a dive. I will. You hit me. Kick me.
Could you imagine? We would never come back. If I kick you and knock you unconscious on the mound.
I don't think you'll knock me out, but I will. I'll
I don't know,
Fake
dog.
it. Just
Okay.
fake like you're knocked
I
out
don't know.
cold.
That might horrify people.
kind of sounds like you also need a little PT,
Pussy time?
little ponytail action.
Oh, yeah, because you love that.
Sounds like you might need a ponytail for this
I would
gig.
be like, if I was in the Sands, like, who are these fucking dipshits?
Dressed as cats and in karate. None of it makes sense.
I'd be like, who the fuck are these dipshits?
Obviously some drunks.
If I heard someone say that, I go, okay, guys, we did it. We did art.
Oh my gosh. Oh, that'd be amazingly awful. All right, we're getting some ideas going, baby.
St. Patrick's Day.
I don't hate it.
Yeah, Jeff, who sounded off earlier, we heard him with the Gator stuff. A little shout out to my wife, Jackie, who 14 years ago on Leap Day proposed to me on Sadie Hawkins Day. Love you, babe. That's nice. Thank you, Jeff, for always responding. Very cool. All right, y'all, enjoy your day. We got a Friday. That's it. Yeah.
Friday.
See you back here tomorrow. Goodbye.